Hi everyone, I'm Luke Neller and you are watching Best Replays of the Week. The holiday festivities are now over, so let's kickstart the new year with interesting battles and awarding prizes and glory to our contestants from RU. Very shortly you'll be able to join in, but until then, gather round and get ready. You'll witness dancing heavyweights, another dangerous arty and the most dramatic duel of the Wild West. So let's warm up. The warm-up begins at the end of an encounter battle in Moravanka. The assaulting team only has an FCM 36 Pak 40, SU5 and a T34 remaining. This seems like a nice setup to face the two opposing M4s, but the SU5 has been working hard, thus is out of shells, and the T34's crew seems to have started their celebrations a little too early, broken out the vodka and is now having a nap. No matter, he'll be with us in spirit if not in person. The arty does what any self-respecting arty would do when they're out of shells and goes forward to scout. Time to play a game of Ring-a-Ring-a-Rosy and allow our hero to take it down. But wait, it goes wrong, and the M4 gets away from the TD's line of fire. This is a disaster. But wait, friendly fire! Such an unfortunate shot has left the M4 flushed, and he decides that the only way to regain his honour would be to win this game. The red of rage fills his vision as he charges from cover towards his opponent. Double kill! What an ending! Huh? Wait a second, it seems that sometimes you just need to stay away from trouble, have a bit to drink, and all will be well. What can I say? When the T-34's crew wakes up, they'll see they're the sole survivor. Though gold wasn't sent to the T-34, we congratulate the one that really influenced the battle's outcome. Cheers FCM 36 Pak 40. The warm-up continues in Lakeville, where a T-49 tries to hide the fact it's actually driven by Chuck Norris by casually watching and letting his team have some fun. Remember, Chuck Norris doesn't miss his shells, he lets you live. After a while, however, he grows tired of all these silly things like tactics, maneuvers and patiently waiting. He decides to end the battle right here, right now. As fear fears Chuck Norris, he drives directly towards the enemy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all, none left. Have a rest, Chuck, so we can now have a new movie. Gone in 40 seconds because Chuck is faster than Nicolas Cage. Today's warm-up will be finished on Sand River with the help of a lively T-92. You know that situation when you go to the store for some bread and milk and end up coming back with a pack of cookies and some ice cream instead, and you don't understand how exactly it happened? Well, our hero has the same problem. Here we can see a Lorraine 40-ton and we want to get it. Aim, fire! The Bready Lorraine is alive, but the VK4502A and the Tiger II are not. A blind double kill and honestly a nice shopping trip. That's all for the warm-up, let's proceed to the awards. The winner of Confederate of the Week this time is a player named New Pro 100 driving a King Tiger. From the battle's start, the action of our hero are the same level of determination of his namesake. He goes on the prowl and confidently stalks the left flank. The trail leads to a lone VK3001P who is separated from his pack. One well-placed strike and the cooking begins, but the Tiger's pack is near, thus the meat is picked by a greedy IS-3. Off to a good start, but the Tiger is still hungry. He didn't get any meat from his first victim. The enemy IS-3 gets scratched right on his pike nose, but he manages to hide in the shadows before he is killed. No time to relax, another IS-3 shows up. Two strikes find their mark, but he is claimed by his pack again. No matter, there's an American over there. Though he cowers behind cover and doesn't want to come out, as the proverb goes, if the T-29 doesn't come to the KT comes to the T-29. Oh, he's not alone there. Well, our beast is a strike at the Hellcat as well. Another kick to the T-29 brings him to his knees. Just need to... No way, not again! Well, maybe he can claim the Hellcat. Can't see him. Oh, whatever, I'll let him go. The pack will get him anyway, thinks the King Tiger, and he goes to have a little sniff of the KV-4. The more nimble Tiger gets the first 2 strikes for free, overpowering his opponent, so the fat prey decides to bolt, but he doesn't get far before the King Tiger's pack tears him apart. That's the 6th time! He could have had Top Gun by this point. Out of the remaining 3 prey, the only remaining possibility to claim something is the last IS-3. And once again, the pack all close in on this frightened meat. However, once our pet charges close, the IS-3 gets a near set of fatal blows. Oh, a chance appears. Just don't waste it, or you're gonna go hungry tonight. The King Tiger closes to within pouncing distance, growls and leaps to get a well-deserved prestige kill, and finally gets his claim. And that's sometimes how things go. You do your best, get the highest damage done in your team, but gets a top slotted experience instead of a Top Gun medal, and some great job, you save the days in the chat if you like. This is where we step in to reward the ones deserving, thus the Confederate of the Week title, along with some gold compensation for being victorious in the most bitter of all categories, rightfully goes to our hero. Congratulations! The winner of this week's Steel Wool Award is ironically Unexpected Mouse, driven by a player named Slava 0 Random Numbers. As you just shouldn't rush the capture circle during an encounter battle in Sacred Valley, our hero goes to the north of the map to cover the rear. The mouse is successfully placed and starts to do what he can do best, absorbing shots from the enemies. The IS-8, IS-7, nor T-44 could damage this steel giant, but he didn't manage to do any damage to them either. The shells bounced off the German armor once after another, and the enemy forces begin to die off at last. Even the last, fiercely resisting IS-7 is finally sent back to the garage. Now it's time we meet with the rest of the team. The mouse almost got stuck on the way, but the experienced driver saved the day, though the gunner is apparently worse at his job. Meanwhile, the score is 7-11, and our hero is faced with a difficult task: prevent a bunch of enemies from capturing the base while allied TDs rush to his aid. Up to this time, our hero has had the great random's favour and managed to keep most of his HP. Suddenly, a T-110E3 comes from behind, but instead of a crushing armor-piercing blow, he delivers a light, high-explosive tap instead. Getting his track blown off forces the mouse to engage the T-32, but he swiftly disappears. Track repaired, time to face the real danger. Whilst the enemy gives up hope penetrating the seemingly enchanted armor, switch to high-explosive and start tickling the German tank, the Foch 155 comes to help. Making a fantastic judgment call, the Foch gave everything he had to take out the mouse's most serious threat. Some might call it the ultimate sacrifice, as he lost his life in exchange. The mouse is left alone against 4 opponents, though it doesn't sound too dramatic given the German has more than 700 HP left and all of the opponents are just tier 8 tanks. However, these 700 HP didn't last long. Concentrated fire from all sides is usually stronger than any armor, so a kind of race started. What will run out first, the HP of the mouse or the number of adversaries? In the end, the German manages to escape the mousetrap with just 83 HP remaining. Now he has to be really careful, and some luck wouldn't go amiss. Oh, the AT-15 has finally arrived to the party, but I think that the dress code doesn't allow TDs at this club, as it's for heavies. The mouse doesn't rush the KV because there is a VK-4502A somewhere near, and our hero can't turn his vulnerable back on him. Ah, there he is. He seems to be in a hurry. Well, I guess he was rushing to the garage. There remain only 2 dancers on this floor. A clumsy footstep and the Soviet heavy is left with just 10 HP. The German closes in. It's time for the final dance, but a slow one at that. Can the KV and a mouse have anything but that? So you can see the end of the dance today. We have sped the video up 400 times. This is a stalemate. The battle's almost over. Is it really going to be a tie? No! The mouse decides to think outside the box and starts to reverse up the hill to get a better view. Just a little bit more. The edge of the enemy turret appears from behind a rock and an HE shell connects. Victory! Our hero suffered 90 hits with a potential damage of 33,000. 11 mouses could have died in this place, but this one survived, and for this monumental achievement, he is bestowed the title of Steel Wool of the Week. This week's best defender is a player named Queen Sindel driving a small British FV-304 SPG. The mountain pass hosts this battle. Our little snow maiden stops at the typical artillery position and starts helping the allied Santa Clauses to give presents. Having done some decent damage and killing an Su-85B, our heroine notices that someone is capturing the allied base. The rest of the team is too far away, so this problem needs to be solved single-handedly. The FV-304 requests help and spots the enemy KV-1, who says hello with an AP shell that lands true, causing the arty to miss. This seems to be the end of the road for our arty, but in a few seconds time the KV-1 misses, letting our SPG to reduce the cap. And once more! Now you need to fade from sight. You don't want to check the Great Random's favour for a third time. Slide down the hill, the enemy should be climbing up to get us. Yes, he is! Go to the rear, but the KV-1 is aware of the hostile presence and is ready to counter. Luckily, an allied heavy manages to come to aid, just in time. Cooperative efforts destroy the enemy, though at a cost of lots of HP. Back to the hill? I guess so. Seems like a good option at this point. But the climb is interrupted by the appearance of an Su-100. The allied KV-1 receives a shot for more than 400 HP. The double tap return causes an ammo rack explosion, and this gives us another quality kill. Well, the FV should really continue up the hill, but KV-1, you should really move. Well, thank you, friend. You were a great help, but no time for mourning as it's 3 versus 1. Well, now with all allies dead, there's no point in climbing up the hill. It'll be better to hide in the bushes and defend the base. Then the terrifying siren wails and the red stripe begins to fill. That wasn't much of a wait. Waiting, no need to rush, relax. Okay, it's time. The enemy T-34 is spotted and the capture is reduced by 80% from a ninja attack. Back up to reload. A shot of the tracks did nothing. Another cap resets and now he won't try and cap again. Hurry up and reload. The T-34 is looking for our British hero, but dies as soon as he finds her. Excellent! So what next? If you don't know what to do, consult the ancient wisdom that the best defense is a good offense. Our heroine travels to the enemy base where she easily kills an Su-8. What? Again? Her base is being captured and she's on the other side of the map. Almost there. Enemy spotted! The capture is at 90%, so there's no time to be careful. He misses! Just one careful shot later and he is marched to the garage without honours. Victory! That was a story from the life of one very brave girl. She managed to defend the base several times, getting Top Gun, Ace Tanker, and of course Defender. We also bestow upon her the title of Best Defender of the Week. Congratulations! And finally, it's time for our final award, the Best Replay of the Week. The winner is the player named Uljaz Gunner driving a Hellcat. The first rule of playing a TD is not to rush ahead, so our hero decides to first cover his allies that went to conquer the monastery. No one was there to meet them, so the M18 travels to the left flank to face the approaching enemy, using these well-placed rocks as cover to wait for someone. First up is the KV-1S. This tank's weapon is really dangerous. With the help of several good maneuvers and some allied assistance, this fearsome, well-endowed killer is left to burn and the Hellcat rolls on. An awkwardly leaning T-34 is taken out of the fight, and our hero gets ready to meet the next KV-1S near another rock. The already battle-proven method works again. While the American TD systematically destroys the enemy without taking any damage, almost all of his team manage to heroically die. What time is it? Time to put the pedal to the metal. The M18 returns to covering the base and starts ruthlessly destroying his enemies one by one as they pass from a well-chosen location, making sure to roll back to remain unseen. Right after our hero finishes off the IS, a wild T-34-85 appears, and I'm sure this untamed beast's intentions are anything but nice. Though he also had no success, and the arties miss as well. Having secured the rear, the Hellcat was clearly about to return to his ambush spot, but he realizes that his position was compromised. No matter how well he plays, a random shot might still catch him here now. A slight change of position and the MT-25 rests in pieces under the green flag. The remaining invader has to be chased a bit, but he's given no time to pose a threat. That leaves 2 SPGs that still need to be located. The Hellcat looks around the enemy base and checks all of the usual hiding places to no avail. There is less and less time until the battle's end, so our hero decides to capture. One of the enemies does the same just after. At any point the capture speed can double, and then there's no chance for victory. So the Hellcat decides to come back and force a decisive battle. 2 well-placed shots later and the Crusader is scrapped. There are less than 30 seconds left until the end, so there's no time to hesitate and our hero rushes in to get the last remaining enemy. A shot on the move, no damage hit. Only one shell remains with an average damage of 240, but the AMX has 270 HP left. This is gonna be close. The final shell is loading. A cowboy-style standoff has a tragic finale as both duelers die. Though the Hellcat managed to one-shot the arty, the enemy HE hit the fuel tank and left the TD burning. The shot itself left our hero with 65 HP that were lost in nearly 1.5 seconds of fire without the use of his extinguisher. A tie. Though our nominee did not win the fight itself, his near-perfect actions during the battle, impressive results, and a dramatic finale made this replay be the best replay of the week. Congratulations! That's all I have to show you today. Oh, I know I've said this a few episodes in a row, but soon you will be able to join in. Really, instructions for how to send us your moments are being prepared and we're waiting for the website to be open for you. So it won't be long now and I can't wait to see how you guys compare to our comrades in the East. Thanks everyone for your patience. I hope you all had great holidays in the new year and I'll see you soon.